Again, furthermore, part 2, in explanation to that fact that all churches are making merchandise of the world based on the teachings and the principles or doctrines of Christ. Now, we shall also elucidate, or we shall also explain more further based on the scriptural injunction. We are reading from the book of, Matthew chapter 21, verse 12. Having, read from the book of John previously, chapter 2, verse 12. Now we are reading from the book of Matthew chapter 21 from verse 12. The same word of Christ, the same teaching of Christ. Now let's see from verse 21, verse 12. Those who said Christ is their mentor, Christ is their Messiah, they are following Christ-like footstep. And in the times of money, they don't follow Christ-like footstep. In some, they are deranging, they are deviating, from the teachings and the doctrine of Christ. Now let's see in the book of Matthew 21, verse 12. This is what the Bible said. Verse 12. And Jesus went into the temple of God and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold doves. Verse 13. And said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a dens of what? A dens of thieves. Now, in John, where we read previously, he said you have made it a place of merchandise, a place of business, a business center. Now, in Matthew, the same word of Christ, he said you have made it a den of thieves, a garden of thieves, a place of thieves, a place of criminals, because you are gathering money. You are gathering money in the name of church. You are gathering money in the name of church to buy private jets, gathering money to buy limousine, gathering money to buy expensive cars, gathering money to move with convoy, gathering money, church money, to make yourself so executive, to make yourself so special, to make yourself so, so superior in the name of Christ. Gathering money. This is what Christ is talking about. He said you have made the church, the gathering of church, the gathering of Christians, a dens of criminals, a dens of thief, a place of thief, a place of criminal. Now, he is saying that all the money changers, the table of the money changer, that table they are using to change money, that bag they are using to change money, that basin they are using to change money, that box they are putting money they are using to change money, he turned it upside down. He broke everything, because you are making the church, they say church is not a place of what? Money changers. It's a place of prayer, a place of spiritual matter, spiritual seriousness. It's not a place where you just go, to make money. The apostles of old, the offering they collected, the little offering they were collecting it based on what? On reasons. They were collecting it when they have a reason, when they have a need. They gather it immediately, they solve that need, period. Nobody was gathering money anywhere for church. Nobody was sending money to bank. Nobody was holding money for church. Nobody was holding church money. As they gathered the offering was not it was not done frequently as often as they gather. No, it was based on the reason. Based on the reason that there is a need, they now gather money at that time and solve that need. The same thing when they want them back on a church project. Sometimes ago, we have taught people on administrative ways of managing a church without tithe and offering. We have said it earlier, the way that apostles of old manage church. And today, people don't want to hear. They're making merchandise of the world. They will be surprised. All the church owners will be surprised at last when they will find themselves in hell. After preaching holiness, after preaching everything, after making miracles, performing all sorts of miracles. The Bible says, Christ said, they will perform miracles in my name. They will perform signs and wonders in my name. Yet, I will say, depart ye, I know you not. It is not based on the miracles. It is not based on how many billions of people you have won, souls you have won to hell, that matters. But it is What matters is, are you following the footsteps of Christ? Are you doing the right thing? Are you following 100% of Christ's teaching? Are you following the totality of Christ's principle? James told us in James chapter 2, he said, if you obey all the law and offend in one, you are guilty of all. Don't be surprised after 100 years of worship, after being a general overseer of churches in the whole world, after being so popular, being so celebrity as a teacher of the world, you will still find yourself in hell. Why the human judgment have concluded that this one is already with God? Just because of church management, administrative management, just because of financial management, will lead many overseers, many church owners to hell. Mark it somewhere. If God open your eye, you will see it. And I pray that God will help everyone to see the secret and the spiritual things of this matter. Now we are still talking about that church. The reason why they are making merchandise of the world. They are making merchandise of the world. Christ said, my house is not a house of thieves. Verse 30 says, the house of my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have turned it as a den of thieves. The house of prayer has been turned to become a den of thieves, a den of business center. God will help every one of us running this race to the end. We shall pause, remain alert. We shall be uploading video based on this fact in dispensation of this principle or this scenario. If you have any doubts, we will see much more obliged, very much more available for everyone. Remain blessed.